All right, guys, it's Han with my wife, Kelly. Recently, Andrew Tate has been put in jail, so we actually covered this on our podcast. You go back and watch that episode if you haven't seen it yet. But yeah, they arrested him again on Ramadan, the first day of Ramadan. Are they trying to send a message to Muslims out there? Are they trying to stop this whole movement? I don't know. But we also shared our Ramadan story on our channel, and we talked about how maybe we'll get into a little bit after we watch the video, but let's just get into this. This is Merciful Servant's Andrew Tate's Ramadan story. So let's listen to what happened to him on Ramadan.
Our brother Andrew Tate shares his very first Ramadan experience and some of the hardships he faced during this difficult period, and also how Islam guided him through his difficulties. Remember to give the video a like to spread this positive message.
It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter where you're from. You're all brothers in Islam, and it truly is a beautiful feeling. And I think I came on your show and spoke of my respect for Islam before I reverted. I'd have respected it for a very long time. And I think if you're truly a religious person and you do believe in God, you're going to see the attractions of Islam. I've had conversations with very devout, very strict Christians. And when I talk to them, they debate Christianity versus Islam against me, and it's quite a friendly debate. But when I say, aren't you jealous of the fact that we stick up for what we believe in and you Christians allow yourself to be mocked endlessly? I see in their eyes, they're infuriated. Everyone is jealous of the fact that Islam means what it says and says what it means unapologetically, because that's a masculine trait. It's a warrior's religion. And if you're a warrior and you want to say what you mean and mean what you say, you're going to feel massive respect for Islam. And I respected it for a long time. And I guess if you respect something long enough, you end up believing in it. And the conversion comes afterwards. And my Ramadan was in jail. I don't know if this is completely true, and I don't want to talk like an Islamic scholar because I'm not, but if you're at war or if you're in a particularly difficult scenario, you don't have to fast, but I decided to fast anyway and to respect it. And I got my meals, and I was given my 3 meals a day, and I would pick out the bits of food that was edible, and I would cover it up with a little piece of plastic, and I would sit there all day long with the plastic over my paper plate and flick the roaches and flies and make sure nothing touched it until it came time to eat. I didn't eat before sunrise because I didn't have food before sunrise. I could only eat once a day when the sun went down. And it was quite a beautiful feeling. I read as much of the Quran as I could. I don't know if I finished the entire thing in that month, but I finished the entire thing in jail. And between reading the Quran and protecting my food, I felt very fulfilled during that month. It was probably one of the easiest months in jail, Ramadan. I felt fulfilled. I knew what I had to do. I had to pray. I had to read the Quran. I had to protect my food. I had to make sure there wasn't insects in it by the time it came to eat. I eventually got to eat it with my brother, and we sat there and we ate it. And it was quite a fulfilling time. I was very sad when it ended. I was genuinely sad when Ramadan ended, and I was still in that jail cell.
Did Islam help you stay strong in jail?
I would open the Quran on random pages. Every day I would just open it, and I'd find a quote which I found applicable to the situation I was in. So I would leave it up to chance, but I guess God was trying to give me particular messages. And every single time I opened that book, there was a passage or a message on the page I randomly selected that made me feel better every single time. And the best one, and my favorite one, is my favorite in the whole Quran so far, is just because you say you believe does not mean Allah will not test you. You're a believer does not mean your life gets easy. Absolutely not. Just because you say you believe does not mean you will not be tested. And I saw it as a test. I actually saw the fact that I went to jail quite quickly after my reversion. Almost
I was going to ask you about that.
As a test. Do I really believe? And that's why I decided to respect Ramadan. Am I going to just throw it all out the window because my life's gotten hard? Or am I going to stick to what I said I believe in and show that I believe truly?
Wow. That's a beautiful story. It actually was making me emotional hearing it because I actually respect Tate and see him as like a big brother, like a brother figure. So I hope he is well. I know they did arrest him. I don't believe he did the things they say he did. So it's just, and
I mean, of course, these people that arrested him chose when to do it. But at the same time, even through these people who could have very bad intentions and not actually trying to do the right thing and just trying to persecute someone basically wrongfully, even then, Allah is working, God is working. So it is auspicious for him to be taken back to jail the first day of Ramadan. But at the same time, he said, when I was in jail, I did my first Ramadan, and it was the best part. And as he said, God will test you. And when you are someone of this caliber on a platform like this, speaking of God, truly trying to change the world to go for the better, then best believe some big tests are going to come your way. So now pretty much God sounds like he said, okay, you got through that Ramadan. Now let's see how you face this Ramadan. The first day, you're back in there. So the challenges are there, but I truly believe that God and the light will conquer all in the end. So I'm hoping for the best outcome because I don't believe anything is wrong. I mean, when they're trying this hard to persecute someone, you just can't help but be suspicious of that.
Yeah, you have to think of the motive and why they would want to do it. Now, I truly believe there's a spiritual war that is going on, and we are in the end times or the beginning of the end times. Either way, we are in these times, and that's why there's a lot of important people that are manifested into this time right now to help and spread the word. Yeah. That's why we're actually doing our job and our part to spread the word of God and truly help as much as we can. So it's just, man, it's just, these people don't want masculine men. They don't want men to be men. As he said, Islam is a very masculine religion and is very straightforward. If they say something, then that's what they mean. Mm-hmm. So if this is what it is, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And it's just a shame to be arresting and doing all this crazy stuff with people. There's absolutely zero evidence. I mean, it's just gotten out of control, actually. Mm-hmm. And it's really cool to see that he had a Ramadan story because we had one as well that we told on the podcast. But, you know, just a short version of it is we were driving that day. Kelly didn't eat. She had cooked me breakfast. I usually cook my own breakfast. I didn't cook myself breakfast that day. She had cooked me breakfast, but she didn't eat. And she had was saying, I was like, why didn't you eat? She's like, I want to fast today. I was like, oh, I want to fast too. This is the day Ramadan started. She's like, I want to fast too. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, we didn't eat. We're driving throughout the night because we've been moving in and out of our new house and our new home. We had to do laundry and we didn't get our washer and dryer until today. So it's about 10 o'clock at night. We're driving and we see the moon, the crescent moon. I mean, it's right in the middle of the sky, clear sky, the most beautiful crescent moon that you have ever seen. And we seen it, and I looked at Kelly, I was like, that looks like the moon from the Islamic symbol. And then with the moon and the stars and all that, it looked just like it. And it was like our sign from God that we're supposed to be connecting with God in this time because we had been so busy moving our stuff. We hadn't even posted that many videos or anything. So we're so grateful for you guys for sticking with us and being with us during this whole time. But we got a message from God in that moment. That's why we have been fasting during Ramadan and getting closer to God. And it really is such a beautiful experience because you can extrapolate that to every aspect of your life. Get rid of the people that are negative in your life. Get rid of the situations that you don't like in your life. If you don't like your job, get a new one. Trust God and trust Allah to find you and be in that purpose of where you need to be in this moment in time, right here and right now, and truly trust it and be in that divine space. Yeah, and it almost makes life easier, you know, in a way, because like he said, that was almost the easiest part of jail for him because it was very clear cut on what your day was going to be. You were going to wait to eat until the sunrise. You're going to read the Quran and whatever else he would do, daily training and etc. And that's why discipline is so important because all these things are being thrown our way, just like the beginning story of Adam, where there was the tree there to tempt you. Yep. And it's just like that with our eating. You wake up, you know you're going to fast. You know you're standing on something for God. Yep. And standing on business for God. Big time. Big business. And it just makes you think because all day long, this junk food will be around and you might not even think twice. You might just, I feel a little hungry. I'm driving by McDonald's. Let me just grab it. But it's not good for you. It's not good for your body. Not good for your soul. So it makes things very clear through this discipline. No, nothing, none of them temptations coming my way. The junk food I see and hear about and thinking about, it doesn't matter. Don't eat it. This is what I'm doing. And I'll tell you guys what, it's really easy for me because whenever I was going through my health journey for 2 years, going on 3 years, I haven't eaten McDonald's in over 2 years, fast food, Wendy's, none of that. Mm-hmm. There's very specific places I'll eat, but I ate home cooked meals that Kelly cooked for me every single day for over a year. It wasn't until after my nutritionist was like, well, you can eat Chipotle sometimes. You can eat this sometimes. So we'll eat out once or twice a week at very specific places that have high level food, but I don't eat pork. I don't eat beef a lot. I try and keep a very strict diet. I will eat beef, but I never eat pork, and I'll eat vegetarian even a couple of days a week. So it's just we've been on this journey where it's easy for us to just go from that to just transition into fasting. And I've done martial arts whenever I was younger. I'm a black belt in Hapkido, second degree black belt. So we've always fasted before we would get our next belt and meditate. So this is actually an awesome thing that I love to do all the time, and it's really bringing me back to my roots and my childhood, being able to fast and not eat anything, and all we ate was rice. That was even stricter, where we didn't eat like almost anything, just water and white rice at the end of the day. So,
and it makes you so appreciative of your food. I'll tell you, last night when it was dinner time,
we were
so
feasting.
For that
we couldn't
food.
wait to eat dinner last night on Ramadan. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for being here and being with us. We appreciate you so much. We love you all. We're sending you all love and light all the times. We bless you. Peace be upon you all in the light and the love of God. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
See you.